At 600 miles per hour, you have less than a second to decide between living and dying. Less than a second to see the MiG, identify the threat, react, maneuver, fire. 1 second, blink, and you're dead. I've fought in that second 23 times. I'm still here. 8 of the men I flew with aren't. They told us Korea would be different. Modern war, jet age, clean, precise. Not like the last war. Not like the muddy, bloody horror our fathers went through. This would be fast, technical, almost surgical. They lied. War is always the same. The technology changes, the speed changes, the altitude changes. But men still die, still burn, still fall from the sky, trailing smoke and screaming over the radio until they don't scream anymore. My name is Captain James Vic Holloway, United States Air Force, 4th Fighter Interceptor Wing. I fly an F-86 Sabre, best fighter jet in the world, they say. Swept wings, 6.50 caliber machine guns can hit Mach 0.9 in a dive. Beautiful machine, responsive, deadly, everything a fighter pilot could want. I'm 26 years old. I've been in Korea for 4 months. I've flown 47 combat missions. I've shot down 3 MiG-15. I've watched friends die in ways that make me wake up screaming. And I'm one of the lucky ones. I grew up in Denver, Colorado. Wanted to fly since I was a kid. Watched the P-51s during the war. Read about the aces. Dreamed about dogfights and glory and being a hero. My older brother Paul flew B-17s over Germany. Came home in 45 with the Distinguished Flying Cross and nightmares he wouldn't talk about. I should have listened to what he wasn't saying. I joined the Air Force in 47, right out of high school. Got my wings in 49. Thought I'd missed my chance at combat. The war was over. Peace was here. Then North Korea invaded South Korea in June 1950. Suddenly we were at war again. Suddenly I got my chance. Careful what you wish for, they say. They're right about that, too. By November 1950, we were facing something new, something we hadn't expected. The Chinese had entered the war, and they brought Soviet aircraft with them. MiG-15S, swept-wing jet fighters that could match our Sabres. Better in some ways, higher ceiling, better climb rate, heavier armament. And they had pilots who knew how to use them. Soviet pilots, we suspected, though officially they weren't there. Didn't matter who was flying them. Mattered that they were good. Damn good. MiG Alley, they called it. The airspace near the Yalu River, the border between North Korea and China. That's where they came from. That's where the dogfights happened. That's where jets fought at 600 miles per hour at 30,000 feet in combat that lasted seconds and decided everything. That's where I learned that glory is a lie, that dogfighting isn't romantic, that watching your wingmen explode is something you never forget. That's where I died a little bit every time I survived. My first kill came in December 1950. 2 months in country. I'd flown maybe 15 missions. Escort duty mostly. Protecting bombers. Hadn't seen much action. A few MiGs at distance. Nothing close. Nothing real. Flight of 4 Sabres. Me on Lieutenant Keller's wing. He was experienced. 20 missions. 1 kill. Cool under pressure. I was green. Nervous. Trying not to show it. We were patrolling at 30,000 feet. Clear day. Could see for miles. North Korea below, brown and frozen. The Yalu River, a dark line in the distance. China beyond, off limits. We couldn't cross. Rules of engagement. Political bullshit that got men killed, but we followed anyway. Bandits, 11 o'clock high, Keller's voice over the radio. Calm, professional. I looked, saw them, 6 MiGs, silver shapes against the blue, diving toward us, coming fast. So damn fast. My heart started hammering. This was it, real combat. Everything I'd trained for, everything I'd dreamed about. Brake right, Keller shouted. We broke, hard turn, G-forces slamming me into the seat. Vision narrowing, gray at the edges. Stay conscious, Stay aware. The MiGs flashed past, missed us, went for the other element. I saw tracers. Saw one of our sabers trailing smoke. Saw him break away, heading for the deck. Damaged. Maybe dead already. Stay on me, Vic. Keller was climbing, trying to get above them, get the advantage. I stayed with him, stick and rudder, smooth inputs, don't jerk, don't overcorrect, fly the plane, trust your training. The MiGs were turning, coming back. They had altitude, had energy. We were in trouble. Keller rolled inverted. Dove. I followed. We screamed down at 600 miles per hour. The MiGs followed, but they were heavier. We could outturn them at high speed. Keller pulled up hard. 6, 7 Gs. I pulled with him, felt like an elephant sitting on my chest. Vision tunneling. Stay conscious, stay with him. We came up behind one. Perfect position. Keller's 6 o'clock. He didn't see us, didn't know we were there. I got him locked, Keller said. Fox 2. His guns opened up. Tracers walking toward the MiG. Hit, pieces flying off, smoke, fire. The MiG rolled over, started down. No shoot, no ejection, just down, spinning, burning. We watched him all the way, watched him hit the ground. Explosion, orange fireball, black smoke. First kill I ever witnessed. Felt nothing, just adrenaline, just survival. Vic, you got one on your 6. Someone screaming over the radio. I looked back. MiG behind me. Close. Too close. Saw his gun flashes. Felt impacts. Rounds hitting my aircraft. Ting, ting, ting. Metal on metal. Terror. Pure terror. He was killing me. Going to kill me. I was dead. Instinct took over. Broke hard left. Rolled. Dove. Used every trick, every maneuver. Ran for the deck. Full throttle. 600 miles per hour. 650, 700. The Gs were crushing me. Vision gray, then black, then gray again. Stay conscious. Die if you pass out. The MiG was still there, still firing. More impacts. Something hit the engine. Temperature rising. RPMS fluctuating. Not good. Really not good. Then suddenly, he was gone. Pulled off. Disappeared. Why? Why did he quit? Later I learned. Fuel. MiGs had less range. He'd run his reserves down. Had to break off. Go home or die. I'd survived. Pure luck. He ran out of fuel before he killed me. That's all. No skill. No heroics. Just luck. I made it back to base, barely. Engine smoking. Hydraulics failing. Landed long, ran off the runway. Ground looped in the dirt, walked away. Keller landed. Came over. Looked at my aircraft. 11 holes. 11 places I should have died. Good flying, Vic, he said. I vomited in front of him. Couldn't help it. Adrenaline crash. Terror crash. Everything coming out. He just nodded. Yeah, first time's rough. Gets easier. It didn't get easier. Never got easier. The thing about jet combat, everything happens impossibly fast. You're moving at speeds humans weren't designed for. Reacting in time frames shorter than thought. Pure instinct. Pure reflex. No time to think. No time to plan. Just react or die. January 1951. Big fur ball over the Yalu. 12 sabers versus maybe 20 MiGs. Chaos at 600 miles per hour. Aircraft everywhere. Turning, burning, dying. I was on Lieutenant Patterson's wing. Good pilot, by the book. 3 kills. We were hunting, looking for targets. Found too many. The MiGs came down on us like wolves. Coordinated, professional. These weren't amateurs. These were good. Patterson called the break. We split. Went defensive. Trying to survive. Trying to get position. I saw a MiG line up on Patterson, saw him start shooting, saw tracers walking toward Patterson's aircraft. Break left! Break left! I screamed into the radio. Too late. The rounds hit. Patterson's engine exploded. Fire. Smoke. His aircraft shuddered. Started coming apart. I'm hit! I'm hit! Patterson's voice. Panicked, scared. Not professional anymore, just scared. His canopy blew. Ejection. Saw him come out. Saw the chute deploy. Thank God. He made it out. But he was over North Korea, over enemy territory. He'd be captured if he survived the landing. Prisoner of war. Years in a camp, if he was lucky. The MiG that got him, he was right there. Vulnerable, watching the chute, lining up for another pass. They did that sometimes. The MiGs, shoot the parachutes, kill pilots on the way down. War crime, didn't matter. They did it anyway. Rage, pure rage. I turned into him. Hard turn, pulling G's. Vision graying. Didn't care. He wasn't shooting my friend in a parachute. Wasn't happening. I got behind him. Perfect shot. 6 o'clock, 500 yards. 400, 300. I squeezed the trigger. 650s opened up. The noise, the vibration, the smell of cordite flooding the cockpit. Tracers reaching out, walking into his aircraft. Hits, multiple hits. I saw chunks coming off. Saw his right wing shear away. Saw him start to roll, out of control, spinning, going down. No chute. He didn't get out, just rode it down, 2,000 feet per second. Hit the ground doing 400 miles per hour. Nothing left but a crater. My first kill. Not Keller's. Mine. I'd just killed a man, vaporized him, turned him into pink mist and metal fragments. I should have felt something. Pride, accomplishment, revenge, something. I felt nothing, just empty, just numb, just the knowledge that he was dead and I wasn't, and that's all that mattered. Patterson radioed from the ground. He'd landed, was hiding, trying to evade. We called in rescue helicopters, covered them while they extracted him, got him out. He survived. But he never flew again, grounded himself, couldn't get back in the cockpit. The fear was too much. The certainty that next time he wouldn't be so lucky. Smart man, smarter than me. I kept flying, kept hunting, kept killing. What else was I going to do? It was my job. It was the mission. It was what I'd trained for. It was what was killing me from the inside out. Lieutenant David Marchant, 24 years old, from Iowa. Wife and baby daughter back home. Talked about them constantly. Showed everyone photos. Couldn't wait to get back to them. February 15th, 1951. Escort mission routine. Should have been easy. MiGs jumped us near the Yalu. Big fight. Turning, burning, screaming radios. I saw Marchant's saber take hits, saw fire, saw him try to maintain control, saw it get worse, saw the aircraft start to disintegrate, pieces coming off, wings bending, fuselage cracking. Eject! Eject! Everyone screaming at him. He tried. Saw the canopy jettison. Saw him start to rise from the seat. Then the aircraft exploded. Just blew apart. Fuel tanks cooking off. Ammunition exploding. Turned into an orange fireball at 30,000 feet. David Marchant and his aircraft became atoms, scattered across 20 miles of North Korean sky. Nothing to recover, nothing to bury, nothing to send home to his wife and daughter except a flag and a telegram and lies about dying quickly, without pain. I flew through the debris field, pieces of aircraft hitting my canopy, pieces of David. I tried not to think about that. Tried not to think about what I was flying through. Failed. Captain Robert Chen, one of the few Chinese-American pilots. Brilliant aviator. Flew like the aircraft was part of him. 2 kills. Should have been an ace. Should have survived the war and taught future pilots. March 1951. We were hunting MiGs, found them, big formation, started engaging. Chen got separated, got swarmed. 4 MiGs on him, all shooting. We tried to help, tried to get to him. Couldn't. Too many MiGs, too much distance, too late. His aircraft took hits, lost control, started tumbling, end over end at 500 miles per hour. The G forces would have been crushing. 15, 20 Gs, enough to tear your body apart, enough to cause instant blackout, enough to kill you before the aircraft even hit the ground. We never found out if he was dead from the Gs or dead from the impact. Either way, he was dead. 26 years old. Perfect flying career ahead of him. Dead in Mig Alley because he got separated for 30 seconds. 30 seconds. That's all it takes. 30 seconds of being alone. 30 seconds of being vulnerable. 30 seconds, and you're dead. Lieutenant Taco Rodriguez, nobody called him by his first name. Mexican-American. Best pilot in the squadron. 4 kills. Fearless. Aggressive. Everything a fighter pilot should be. April 1951. Dogfight over the Yalu. Rodriguez got a MiG. Clean kill. Watched him go down. Rodriguez was celebrating. Splash 1 MiG, that's 4. 1 more and I'm an ace. He never got number 5. Another MiG came down out of the sun. Got behind him while he was celebrating. Got a perfect shot. Rodriguez never saw him. Never knew. Just took rounds through the cockpit. Through the seat. Through him. His aircraft kept flying for maybe 20 seconds. Level. Steady. Like Rodriguez was still there. Then it nosed over. Dove into the ground. No ejection. No shoot. No chance. I watched it happen. Watched my friend die because he celebrated for 5 seconds. 5 seconds of not paying attention. 5 seconds of thinking he was safe. 5 seconds and he was dead. That's what Mig Alley taught us. There is no safe. There is no pause. There is no celebrating. There is only the next second and the next and the next. All of them potentially your last. May 1951. I'd been in country for 7 months, flown 96 missions, 3 confirmed kills, 2 probables, 8 friends dead, 12 damaged aircraft, more holes in me than a target drogue. I was exhausted. Not physically, well, yes, physically, but mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Whatever part of you that makes you human, that was exhausted, used up, hollow. Every mission was the same. Take off, fly north, find MiGs, fight, survive if lucky, land, refuel, do it again, watch friends die, watch enemies die, watch pieces of aircraft rain from the sky with pieces of men inside them. And for what? We weren't winning, weren't losing, just fighting, just dying. The line moved north a bit, south a bit. Didn't matter. The dying continued. The missions continued. The war continued. I started having panic attacks before missions. Sitting in the cockpit, engine running, ready to taxi. Suddenly couldn't breathe. Heart racing, vision blurring, hands shaking. Certain, absolutely certain that this mission would be my last. I flew anyway. What choice did I have? You don't quit. You don't ground yourself. You fly until you're dead or the war ends. Those are the only 2 ways out. But I was breaking. Could feel it, could feel the cracks spreading, could feel myself becoming something different, something harder, something that didn't feel anymore, didn't care anymore, just existed, just survived. The mission where it broke me completely was May 18th. Routine patrol, 6 Sabres. Looking for MiGs, found them, always found them. Lieutenant Keller, the man who'd flown with me on my first mission, who'd gotten that first kill, who'd taught me how to survive, he was leading. I was his wingman again, full circle, started with him, ending with him. We engaged. 8 MiGs, turning fight, 600 miles per hour, 30,000 feet. Same dance we'd done 100 times. Keller got one, clean kill. MiG went down, trailing fire. Beautiful shot, perfect deflection. He was so good, so damn good. Then another MiG hit him from above, came out of nowhere, rounds through his engine, fire, smoke, bad smoke, black smoke, burning oil, burning fuel, burning aircraft. Vic, I'm hit bad. His voice, calm, professional, even now, even dying. Engines gone, can't maintain altitude, ejecting, copy, get out, I got you covered, my voice, also calm, also professional, Autopilot, training, not feeling, just doing. Keller's canopy blew. He came out. Chute deployed. Beautiful. Perfect. Textbook ejection. But he was deep over North Korea, 50 miles past the line. No way we could extract him. No helicopters could get there. He'd be captured, prisoner of war, years in a camp, if he survived. I circled above him, watched him descend, watched him land, watched him gather his chute, watched him start running, trying to evade. North Korean troops were moving toward him. I could see them. Vehicles, men. He was surrounded. No escape, no hope. I had guns, had ammunition, could strafe them, could kill them, could give Keller a chance. But I couldn't see him clearly enough. Couldn't risk hitting him. Couldn't distinguish friend from foe at 400 miles per hour at 1,000 feet. Could kill him trying to save him. I watched. Just watched. Just circled above. Just bore witness as they captured him. As he raised his hands. As they surrounded him. As they took him away. Last time I saw Lieutenant Keller. Best pilot I knew. Man who kept me alive. Man who taught me everything. Watched him get captured and couldn't do anything. Couldn't help. Couldn't save him. Just watched. That broke me. Not his death. He didn't die, not then. But my helplessness. My inability to do anything. All this speed. All this technology. All this modern warfare. And I couldn't save one man. My friend. My mentor. The man I owed my life to. I flew back to base, landed, taxied in, shut down the engine, sat in the cockpit for 20 minutes, just sat there, couldn't move, couldn't get out, couldn't face it. Eventually the ground crew came, helped me out. I walked to debriefing, gave my report, professional, clinical, emotionless. Lieutenant Keller ejected, was captured. Last seen being taken north. MIA, presumed POW. Then I went to my quarters, sat on my bunk, and cried. First time since I'd arrived in Korea. First time I'd let myself feel anything. Cried for Keller, for Marchant, for Chen, for Rodriguez, for all of them. All the dead, all the captured, all the lost. Cried for myself, for what I'd become, for what the war had made me. For the piece of me that died every time I survived while someone else didn't. I rotated home in June 1951, completed my tour, 100 combat missions, 4 confirmed kills, 6 probables, Distinguished Flying Cross, Air Medal with oak leaf clusters, all the ribbons and medals they give you for surviving. I'm 27 years old now. It's been 6 months since I left Korea. 6 months of being home, being safe, being at peace. I'm not at peace, not even close. I can't drive, can't handle being in a car. The speed, the lack of control, the knowledge that at any second something could go wrong and I could die. It triggers something, makes me panic, makes me see MiGs, makes me see Marchant exploding, makes me see Rodriguez nose over, makes me see Keller disappear into North Korea. I wake up at night doing combat maneuvers, physically, actually moving, pulling on imaginary controls, fighting imaginary MiGs. My wife, I got married 2 months ago, girl I knew before the war. She wakes up next to me, thrashing and shouting coordinates and calling brakes and screaming for people to eject. She's patient, she tries. But how do you explain that you're fighting at 600 miles per hour in your sleep? That your dreams are measured in seconds and death comes faster than thought? That you watch friends die every night and can't stop it because you're asleep, but it feels real, so real, more real than anything. You can't, so you don't. So you lie and say you're fine and watch her stop believing you. The Air Force wants me to re-up. They're offering promotions, better assignments, training duty, teaching the next generation. They say I have valuable experience, that what I learned in MiG Alley could save lives. I can't. Can't get back in a cockpit. Can't fly. Can't even look at jets without feeling it. The speed, the terror. The knowledge that at any second it could all end. That one mistake, 1 second of inattention, one unlucky break and you're dead or watching someone else die. They think I'm a coward, The Air Force does. My fellow pilots do. Here's this ace. 4 kills, should have been 5. And he won't fly anymore. Won't even try. What's wrong with him? Everything. Everything is wrong. I'm broken. The war broke me. The speed broke me. Watching friends die at 600 miles per hour broke me. Knowing that combat is measured in seconds and lives end faster than you can think, that broke me completely. I think about Keller sometimes. Wonder if he's still alive. Still in a POW camp somewhere. Still hoping for rescue. Still believing we'll come for him. Or if he's dead. Died in captivity. Died alone. Died believing we abandoned him. I abandoned him. Watched him get captured. Circled above like a vulture. Did nothing. Saved nothing. Failed completely. That's what haunts me most. Not the ones who died. Death is clean. Death is final. Death means it's over. But Keller, if he's alive, he's suffering, starving, being tortured, dying slowly in a prison camp. And I could have done something, should have done something, should have strafed those troops, should have risked hitting him, should have tried. But I didn't. I followed orders, followed rules, followed protocol. And I watched my friend disappear into captivity. They gave me medals for that mission, for the kills, for surviving, for completing my tour. Hung them on my chest and said I was a hero. I'm not a hero, I'm a survivor. And surviving means living with the speed, living with the knowledge that death comes in seconds, that friends die while you watch. That modern warfare just means dying faster. They told us Korea would be different. Clean, technical, surgical, jet-age combat. None of the horror of the last war. They were wrong. It's all the same. Faster, but the same. Men still die, still scream, still burn, still fall from the sky, still get captured, still suffer. The speed just means it happens quicker, means you have less time to think, less time to feel, less time to be human. And when it's over, when you survive, you still carry it, still see it, still hear it, still feel it. The speed just means you accumulated more death in less time, more trauma compressed into fewer months, more horror at 600 miles per hour than your mind can process. I flew 47 combat missions in 4 months, saw 8 friends die, killed 3 men, probably 6, survived 100 different ways I should have died. And now I'm home, safe, at peace, with a wife and a future and a life ahead of me. And all I can feel is the speed, the crushing, terrible, unrelenting speed. The knowledge that life can end in 1 second, that everything can change faster than you can blink, that death doesn't give you time to think or pray or say goodbye. It just comes, fast, at 600 miles per hour, at 30,000 feet, over the Yalu River, in Mig Alley, where jets fight and men die and time collapses into seconds that last forever. I survived Mig Alley, came home, got medals, got married, got a future. But I never left. Not really. Part of me is still there. Still flying at 600 miles per hour. Still fighting. Still dying. Still watching friends explode and burn and disappear. Still living in that second. The one between living and dying. The one you never escape. The one that defines everything that comes after. Still moving at speeds humans weren't meant to move. Still processing death faster than the mind can handle. Still carrying the speed, the terrible, crushing, impossible speed. And it never slows down, even on the ground, even at home, even 6 months later. I'm still fighting at 600 miles per hour, still dying in seconds, still watching it all happen too fast to stop, still trapped in the speed, forever.